Now, we've all seen those pre-made survival kits and stuff. When they're in survival kits, they always come with a little fishing kit. I mean, like, have shown survival knives that come with fishing kits. I've shown survival kits that come with fishing kits, and I've always thought that those like little pre-made fishing kits, whereas they would work in a pinch, I always thought they were crap. The odds are of you actually using something like that successfully aren't impossible, but it's pretty slim to none. So, minus making something like a hobo tool or something like this, let's go ahead and take a look at the DIY fishing kit that I made that fits in my pack just fine. And hopefully it inspires you to come up with something similar. So, jump cut. Alright, so the number one thing that's different in my kit that comes to any of those things that are different, I mean, minus making like a hobo reel, would be the fishing pole. Now, I have the fishing pole and a fishing pole holder. Just a piece of 2-inch PVC pipe with a threaded cap on the end of it. I could have showed you making it, but it's just gluing 2 caps on a piece of PVC pipe. But there's my collapsible fishing pole. Is this one particularly high quality? No, it's not. You can get a similar one like it off of Wish for like $20, or you can go to AliExpress and they got ones that are similar to it for $10. Whether or not you go that option, I don't know. I'd probably go with the Eagle Claw from Walmart. So there's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that's going to take up room in your kit. Now, could I just throw the pole in it as it sits? Absolutely. But I'm putting this kind of in the bottom of my pack because it's like the last thing that I want to pull out of my pack, if that makes sense. Because it's all about intent. And my intent would probably be to set up my shelter first and then pull out the fishing kit. But anyhow, on to the next thing. Because obviously it's missing something, I have a Crown Royal bag here. I'm not much of an alcoholic, but I do have a few of these little bags laying around, so I figured why not use it. Open it up. It's already got the pre-set reel on it. Complete with a little thing right there. It actually holds the line. Now, it doesn't have a swivel tied onto it, and that's because the eyelet on top of the pole is way too small to fit a swivel through. There's also a couple of other things in here, which would be bait. You get 2 options. You get your salmon eggs and you get your trout bait, which is just power bait that's glittery and green. But on top of that, you need some tackle to go with it. So I got this little Plano little tackle kit in here with a few lures in it. With the exception of the little crankbait that's in there and the tube jigs that are underneath this bobber, I hand painted or I made these lures. I actually have a video about that. I'll put a little link up into the corner of the screen on how I make my own spinners. But yeah, I mean, it got some weights, got some swivels, got some salmon egg hooks. Now, if that comes over on camera, the little tiny hooks that are in there, I've always found that most survival kits have way too big of hooks in them. And the problem with way too big of hooks is that in like stream fishing or creek fishing, you're going to find like a lot of little, well, around here are a lot of little brook trout or cutthroats where I was fishing at before. And they don't get much bigger than about a foot, but about 10 inches, about 8 inches. About 8 to 12 inches is about where you're catching them, mostly on the smaller side. So why do you need a big-ass hook when you're to catch a tiny-ass fish? I can catch a big-ass fish on a tiny-ass hook. Think about that. But if any part of this actually inspires you or anything into making an actual fishing kit or a survival fishing kit that would work for you, let me know. But if you're one of those people that's like, oh, it's too heavy, it doesn't fit in my pack, you got to keep in mind that I'm using an old Molly 2 Army rucksack. It's a large rucksack. I could fit a lot of stuff in it, and the pack itself's already pretty heavy, so I'm really not too concerned about adding an extra 2 pounds. But anyhow, I'm Spaztastic. You're watching Spaztastic TV. Hopefully this inspires something in you, and thank you for watching.